What is up? What's up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by my partner, Louis Baines.
Astana hates it. What is up? What is up?
I just saw the Scott Steiner math earlier today. It's fucking stupid.
Tell me about it.
Oh
Can't get enough.
man,
Stop signing math.
when I was listening to the promo, I just thought about Billy Madison when they were in the game. They were doing the game show thing, and the dude looked at Billy Madison and was like, you just made everyone more stupider than they were today. That's what I felt like. Uh, but we're back with the Wrestling Babble podcast, and we kick off with the Wrestling Retrospect. You picked last week Tiger Mask one,
Yes, sir.
the OG Tiger Mask.
So the first match I picked, not really a wrestling match per se, more like an exhibition of like fighting. I think it was. It was something called UFO.
Yeah,
It was more of an MMA type of match, but it was still like performance based. So it's not. That
yeah,
again, it's not what they call shoot fighting because I remember they also had just federations over there where that's like Suzuki was in that type of
yeah,
deal, shoe fighting type of organization. So
yeah.
um, this one is first Tiger Mask. It says versus Kevin Rossier, and this is 10/24 1998. So
Nice.
this is very far past his prime. You can see he's a little heavier. Definitely not like just doing crazy stuff in the ring. But there was some stuff I saw. I didn't watch them, but there's videos I think of this the first Tiger Mask still in some type of performance role up to like 2009.
Yeah, I think he stopped wrestling maybe 2013, 14.
Okay, all right. So this is more just to show his martial arts skill. Like you could tell he was a grappler back then, and also he had like the very iconic spinning kick that he does that obviously King has now. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So you get to see all that stuff in the match. I'm not familiar with Kevin Rossier, but he's just a big white dude.
yeah.
So it looks like a mismatch, but but through the magical of submissions, Tiger Mask wins. It looks like with a heel hook, and he catches him twice
Nice.
and makes him tap out the second time. So there you go.
My first match was I was like, hey, that's cool. Kurt
Hmm.
Hennig versus Tiger Mask. It's Tiger
Yes, sir.
Mask number one. This was I don't have a date. They don't have a date on here. This was definitely like probably. Oh, it looks like the same federation that he fought Dynamite Kid. So probably around 90, 82, 83.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is a really young Kurt Hennig, curly hair and all, no blonde, regular trunks, no Mr. Perfect. He's fighting Tiger Mask, and this is a really good back and forth technician match. A lot of lucha style, but he also has like a unique way of his lucha. He also kicks really hard, and like a lot of his kicks you hear throughout the screen and everything like that, and they look like they're solid hits. And you were talking about like the mixed martial arts stuff. That was something I saw a lot of his when I was looking for matches of his, and I saw like a lot of mixed martial arts, like full like hands gear and all that stuff with the mask on, and it just fucking was cool. Um, but this match was fun. You can see where Kurt Hennig was when he was wrestling too. Like he was very technical, very story based oriented. But weirded me out seeing him in trunks. I've never seen him in trunks before. But and also like a short curly hair. Yeah, like very short curly hair. But very good match. Very good back and forth. He wins with a victory roll, and Tiger Mask wins.
Yes, sir. The second one I have. This one, let's see. I want to make sure. This one, yeah, this one I picked because again, it was far past when you think you would see him wrestle.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know if the promotion is also named X.
Okay.
but it is like a burning X in the beginning of the video. This is Tiger Mask versus X. So basically, Tiger Mask versus Elon Musk, I guess. I don't know. um, so I'm not familiar with the wrestler X. Apparently, I think
Mm,
he's like a trainer now, but he's like a ninja, like a straight up just ninja with with a full ass bodysuit, helmet.
yeah.
Can't tell what he is. White dude, black dude, Japanese dude. Well, you can tell he's not a black dude, but I can't tell what he is or where he's from. Um, and this is older Tiger Mask. He has this really cool cape now
Yeah.
that he didn't have before, with like the tiger print and then like his face in the middle. It looks really dope. And this one again is surprising because he can still go.
Yeah.
I don't know what age he is at this point, but like, dude, obviously he's heavier. He's not as fast, but like, bro, don't mess with Tiger Man.
Yeah.
His kicks are still solid. All of his submissions look clean. Like it, aside from it looking like he's led a good life because he's eating good food,
Yeah.
like his skills have not gone down. So it is cool to see that. Um, and he wins this match. Now, here's the thing: I don't know 100% if this is true, but I think Dynamite Kid was his rival, right?
Diamond Kid was one of his biggest rivals. Yeah, he has like some like there was a couple of his matches I was gonna pick him in there because there was like 6 or 7 matches between them two.
Yes. So I think they share a move as a finisher, and it's the diving headbutt, and that's how he wins the match.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
that's how it ends. So pretty cool.
All right. My next match. This was in Mexico. This is Mel Mascares versus Tiger Mask. 1986. This was actually no, this was in Japan. Mil Mascaras again, so you could see how long the history of CMML and New Japan actually worked together. They did it for a
Hmm.
very long time. Um, this was like very high lucha libre style, but ended with more of a submission based. Um, I think it ended in a no DQ though. Like it ended out the ring. They were just beating each other on the pole, and they kind of broke up the match. So this didn't have a winner or loser, but they seemed like they were just very angry at each other. Had a lot of lucha stuff in the beginning, but then I started working the big groundwork and stuff like that. But again, they seemed like they just hated each other, and they were just trying to beat the crap out of each other until one couldn't get up, and that's how this match kind of ended. And it double get kind of
And the last one I have is the British Bulldogs versus Tiger Mask and Shinji Nakano.
nice.
Uh, I was tempted to, like you said, to pick one of him and Dynamite, but I just wanted to get one of the Bulldogs because, again, I have not seen many of their matches.
Yeah,
And this one is extremely solid tag work between the Bulldogs. I'm not familiar with Tiger Mask and his partner, but them also, they have like just a ton of tag moves. Like I think that was one thing that people don't really talk about the older tag teams. I think that's just maybe Japan, because really here you only talk about like Demolition and LOD, right, and stuff that have like dedicated tag moves and
yeah,
tag finishers and stuff. But it seems like in Japan, but especially in like the 80s and 90s, like that was just how it was. Like you and your tag partner were coordinated. You had like moves during the match, and you had like a finisher to set up people. So that saying, it was cool to see that the finisher for some reason, right, for this match, it was like an assisted superplex. So Bulldog lifted the partner up, put him up on the apron,
yeah.
not the apron, on the turnbuckle, and then Dynamite is the one that did the suplex, and then that was it. But
Nice.
here's the weird thing: I don't know why the match ended, because maybe it's against the rules in that federation, but they did the superplex, 1, 2. Tiger Mask comes in from the from like the middle of the ring and kicks Dynamite in the head, but they still raise their hand in victory.
Nice.
So I don't understand if maybe you can't come in from that side of the ring and stop the count. It just seemed very, very odd. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but that's how it ended. So there you go.
My last one. This was let's see the date. If it has a date, 1982. This was in Philadelphia actually. 1982. This was Eddie Gilbert versus Tiger Mask. Um, this was also going more towards the Kurt Hennig match. This was a back and forth technician match that ended in a outside. So he went to suplex him from the outside in. When he landed, Tiger Mask catches him with a small package, and that's how he takes the win. Um, a lot of back and forth, a lot of counters. There's also a lot of big moves that kind of missed and they took advantage of. So he did the flying headbutt. He fully missed, and then he went for an arm lock. Tiger Mask got out of it. He did a some kind of power bomb. He got out of it, and then it kept going back and forth. Led to the leaving the ring. He was on the apron. He tried suplexing him, and he catches him in a small package after the suplex. Um, he was a sneaky little guy because this is like the third match I saw him try to almost win the match with a small package and shit. So yep,
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Mask wins. That was a cool one. I actually will look at the other ones too, but I know he was like the more popular one. I remember using him. There was a Japanese wrestling game I had for the N64, not Virtual Pro Wrestling. Maybe it was the first one, Virtual Pro Wrestling 1, and Tiger Mask was in it. I used to use him all the time.
Okay, gotcha,
But
gotcha.
it was nice. It was nice to see. But the MMA stuff, I actually saw, like a lot of the mixed martial arts and the shoot fighting. Those shits were crazy because I've seen some him knocking the shit out of people too.
Mm-hmm.
He kicks hard. I hear it.
Like I wanted to pick some of those, but I just focused on the Tiger Mask character.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why.
No, it works out. But yeah, shouts to that. Like if you look up Tiger Mask 1, you're gonna see a lot of like MMA shit. Check them out. They fucking cool. All right, we're gonna go to the weekend wrestling. We're kind of gonna go like freestyle and go like things of highlighting it, then going really deep into it because again we are like halfway through the week, so we kind of forgot what happened. I'll say one thing that really stood out for Monday Night Raw that week was Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, the full face off, and pretty much their match was put on the cart after this promo.
This is true. So now we have officially brother, brother.
Yep, yep.
Okay, there you go.
Um, we did get announced that we're gonna have a six-pack ladder match at WrestleMania for the tag team titles, and then each there was two teams in each show that led into adding them into the match. One of our first matches was the DIY versus the Creed brothers, which was fucking fantastic. It was a crazy ass tag match. It was really fun, really good. Um, definitely check that match out if you don't get to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving what they're doing with Candice LeRae
Yep.
and her
Was
little
the that
heel
poor girl on
turn.
the pretzel last week?
I'm loving what they're doing with her because even in this week, like it was a small little thing, but it works works layers with her character. So I'm all for it. We had Cody Rhodes struck back at The Rock. He had his little promo, and Paul Heyman also agreed for him to go by himself on SmackDown. You know he was not gonna go by himself. Um, yeah, Ricochet versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio. That was actually a really good match. Uh, again, the six pack challenge. You have the Awesome Truth versus Edith Shear. You know who was gonna win that. That was
Mm-hmm.
no. We also had Drew McIntyre question Seth freaking Rollins. That was actually a really good promo, and also the New Day adding themselves also into the six pack challenge against the Alpha Academy.
I have no faith that the New Day is gonna win because they still haven't synced up their gear. They're still wearing the same gear.
Yeah, I know, man. Hopefully WrestleMania, we get the New Day full back in full power. They're at half power right now.
Definitely.
Half power. And then the main event was a fantastic main event. Becky Lynch with Nia Jax, last woman standing. That was a fantastic match.
Yes, sir. Still think Nia Jax doing the Mortal Kombat at the end was a little silly, but it is what it is. The match was great.
Yeah.
So
So, Monday Night Raw, where you gave it?
I think I would say a A minus.
Yeah, I go there.
I think the one thing I would give also is the continuing. It goes into this week, but it is them showing Becky wearing herself thin,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna have implications for WrestleMania
Yeah.
because this week Rhea brings it up. So I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good. That's a good view of it, and also that Rhea is gonna take advantage of it. Roxanne, we got NXT. Roxanne Perez versus Tatum Paxley. We got the Bad Girl. Solid match.
You crazy.
We also got a tag qualifier match for number contendership of the for the triple threat on the Stand and Deliver.
Yeah,
So yeah, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. They defeat No Quarter Catch Crew.
that was pretty good. That was
Um,
pretty good.
so Rucka is back.
Yeah.
She won.
So didn't she popped up for a little bit like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
popped up, interfered this chick's match,
Gotcha.
and Nathan Fallon won that match. She
Yes,
popped up
that's what
her
it was.
match, yeah, against Blair
Uh,
Davenport.
I think it's also funny that that's last week's show, right?
Yeah,
That she fought the girl that basically took her place.
yeah.
Gear wise. That's all I'm saying. So
There's two. There's the other one that's I think injured still.
okay, but yeah, it's like the specific gear that Soul Broker had first. I'm like, wait a second, they're all wearing that now.
Yeah, they're all doing flippies and all that stuff.
They should faction. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
cartwheel girls. That's what you do. Call them cartwheel
You
girls.
got Drew Gulak versus Riley Osborne. Solid match.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Um, you got Hank Walker and Tank Ledger versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. You know who won that? They got the
Of
Magic
course.
Killer. And then you had Trick Williams, Noam Dar. That was actually really good too.
That was solid.
And then
Is
the
this
story
the
stuff in the
question?
end was good.
Question. Is that the first time they fought?
Yes, they is.
Okay. Yeah,
First
for the
time they
first time.
fought.
Yeah, for the first time. That's pretty solid.
First time they fought, and also leads into also more Carmelo Hayes mind games with the security guards all coming out, and then him thinking that he's coming out from the entrance, and then he's right
Hmm.
behind him and jumps him and beats him up.
Yes. There you go.
Shout outs to this yesterday's NXT for showcasing their rivalry and their bring ups and stuff like that. The story they told I thought was really good. They had Punk, they had Orton talking and all that stuff too. It was really cool.
Nice. Nice.
Um, NXT, where you give it?
Last week, I'm gonna give it a B plus. I thought it was pretty solid. I I want to give it A minus, but I think it just didn't. I think for the week before, it actually had more impact. The week before that one.
Yeah, I go solid B. It was a good
Hmm.
show though. AEW Dynamite, and this also had Rampage live as well. So I was just gonna put them all
I
together
did
because
not. Yeah, I did not see Rampage. Sorry.
um, was Rampage worth it? Yes, Rampage had kind of a few decent matches. So
Okay.
we'll kick off with AEW Dynamite. We got Eddie Kingston versus Okada. You know who was gonna win. There was no doubt that Okada was not gonna lose this match.
Yeah. No. 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 You would hope beyond hope that Eddie could win, but no. You know what it
I
is.
thought there was gonna be shenanigans with the Young Bucks, but other than that, I was like, yeah, they gonna give Okada the title.
Hmm. I'm not mad, but
No, 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 man.
I am a little sad
We had a good
because it's
match.
so.
That was
Yeah,
a good
I think the
match.
match was great.
Yeah. Chris Jericho versus Hook. That was okay.
It was solid, but again, his matches aren't bad. It's just the story stuff that's been stinking up the joint.
Yeah.
I just saying, Hook, finish this as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. We got Tony Storr and Maya May versus Deanna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. It was a
Okay.
solid. It was a okay match, but I liked the ending with the little tension of Thunder taking the pin, and they had a little tension
The
afterwards.
tag,
But the
the
match was a
tag,
little
yeah.
sloppy here and there. But it was solid. It was solid story stuff. Um,
Oh no, that was it. Go ahead.
Butcher versus Strickland. You know who won that match. No one. Butcher don't win matches.
Which is a shame because he's one of their guys. Just they still have learned no lessons.
Nah. But it was just like a give me match kind of thing, and I guess they still told the story of what he's going through right now. But I don't care about Butcher. There was no point into this match.
It's their fault.
Yep. Yeah, Christian Cage and Alan Copeland. Another I Quit match. For the TNT Championship. This was brutal as hell.
Hmm.
Copeland wins. He's the new TNT champion.
Thanks to Spike.
Yep, yep. Given him by Mick Foley, his buddy.
Yes, sir. He earned it.
Yeah. Dynamite itself, I'll give a solid B. No, I'll go B minus.
Dynamite, I go B minus.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a bad show at all. It's just because I would say also because Swerve only fought. I hate to say that. Oh, he only fought the Butcher. It's just like there wasn't that many. There was two high profile matches, and then the rest was like the storyline fuse with the women.
Yeah.
Because obviously the championship match in the beginning, high profile.
No.
Championship match at the end.
Yeah.
So I get it.
We got Best Friends versus the Callis family. On Rampage, Best Friends win. I don't know what they're doing with that. We
Wait, the
got
best friends won? Excuse me.
yeah, the Best Friends won. They actually won a match. But it was a Rampage match. It was not Dynamite or Collision.
Okay. All
And
right.
Orange
All right.
Cassidy was on in the Best Friends. It was not the
Oh,
regular Best
oh,
Friends.
oh. I got you. I got
So there you go.
you. It was super best friends.
There
What
you
you
go.
trying to tell me?
Yeah, Sabata working a squash match. He murdered that boy. Takasha uh, versus Rocky Romero. That was an ass whooping as well. That main event, I'd say, was worth it. It
Okay.
was Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale versus Sky Blue and Julia Hart. This was like a crazy ass hardcore match. It was a lot of fun. The girls beat the shit out of each other. Um, and Hart and Blue win. Um, we got Mercedes Monet. She's gonna be on commentary versus in their match on Dynamite. So that's what they announced her doing. So she still hasn't had a full match yet on Dynamite. But Rampage, I'll go C just because that main event was great and everything else was just a given match.
Oh, just all predictable.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you can't predict. Well, no. You said Orange Cassidy was in there, so
yeah,
you
yeah. It gets one
come on.
sided when Orange Cassidy's in the team.
True.
All right. We go to Friday Night SmackDown, and we kick off with Rey Mysterio. Actually, yeah, Rey Mysterio versus Santo Escobar. Ended with Escobar winning. Um, very good
That was great.
match. A lot of good story going into it, and Mysterio, oh,
That was
old
great.
story going into it.
I not for nothing. Rey Mysterio's gear was dope.
Yeah.
The black and the white.
Mhm.
I like that. But also Dirty Dom.
There you go. He's like, fuck you,
You forgot
dad.
about me.
Oh man. So Dirty Dom got involved. Now he's working with Santo Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Waller, Austin Theory versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I guess they get depowered on SmackDown because Theory and Waller win.
Of course. What happens? Like,
At least LWO is not the only ones.
this is. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You got Naomi versus Io Sky. That was actually a really good match.
Yeah, that was actually they went hard.
Yeah,
I can point that out.
Sky won, and then there was shenanigans. Bianca comes for the save.
But that's
And
the Naomi's Hot Wheels gear.
yeah,
That's what it
that was actually pretty
reminded me
cool.
of.
It was cool.
You know
Um,
what's messed up? Here's the thing that's not stated enough. That EO in character is strong enough to beat up a woman and then go have a match and win.
yeah, that's what
I
she
don't think
do.
anybody I don't think anybody else on the current roster is actively that powerful in storyline.
Yeah,
Beat up the number one contender and then go have a match and win.
yeah.
Just saying.
They
Just saying.
like rabid dogs. They just beat up people.
There they are.
There
It's like a bunch of little rabid Shiba Inus.
we
That's what damage
go. A bunch
control
of little
is.
chihuahuas biting your ankles and shit.
Hmm.
Um, she also got sprayed in the face, and then Tiffany was like, "Oh, it fits you." Toodles. She's an asshole.
Yep.
Street Profits and Authors of Pain. This was also for the spot for the six pack challenge. Street Profits actually won.
I'm surprised. That's my thing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm surprised they won. Like I
Um,
thought it was gonna be the.
we have Kevin
Wait a
Owens.
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. You know what? I gotta give them a little poo poo though, because they only came out with Ellerin.
Yeah, they didn't come out the crew.
There was no Scarlet in what's his
Oh,
name?
cause they had backstage shit. They beat the shit out of Bobby Lashley backstage.
Yeah, but they didn't stop them from winning the match. I think that's
Yeah,
more important.
yeah, that's true. They're like, you know what? I did my
That's their
part.
dreams. So yeah, yeah. I don't
um,
know how I feel about that.
Shout outs to the Kevin Owens promo with like, hey, you want to be my tag partner? And then him punching Buff Pretty Deadly in the face. Jackie Rose. That don't get old. I could watch that all the time. It was great.
Also,
Ah,
I
Kevin
want to shout out.
Owens.
We passed it, but shout outs to AJ Styles at home
Yeah.
in the LA night on the lawn.
Yes. I forgot about that
A
too.
little street, a little beef, neighborhood beef.
Yep.
Somebody's gonna
All
call the
security.
what do you call that, the
Neighborhood watch
homeowners
and
association,
shit.
the neighborhood watch and the homeowners association. They're gonna get AJ kicked out. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
sorry man, you can't you can't
Can't be
have,
having beef here, man.
nah. And poor Wendy showing up. Wendy
Yeah.
sighting.
What he say? And then the SmackDown ended with the promos between Roman and Cody Rhodes, and then Roman was like, "All right," and then his crew came out, and then you had Seth Rollins and Jey Uso in the crowd.
Which
They,
I think is funny that Seth is wearing red
yeah,
because he looks like he's taking Jay's like outfit choice because
Jimmy's
Jay
been,
can't wear red no more.
yeah, yeah. It was good. It was good. It was a good ending. Good promos. I liked it. I actually liked the Roman's part of the promo and everything like that too. Kind of just adds him in there as well, so I was happy with it. SmackDown, what you give it?
SmackDown, I'm gonna give it a
I'll go solid A too. It was a really good show.
yes, sir.
Um, we go
He was
to
speaking truth. I just want to say that before we
yes, yes,
go, that Roman was speaking truth.
yes, he was.
He's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
That's not what he says. You're an idiot.
What else we got? We got I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Shout outs to Becky Lynch right now. She's in Barnes and Noble. Signing her new book. She's at the one I used to work at. 54th Street and Fifth Avenue. I gotta read that book. Definitely gonna check it out when I get a chance. Podcast we listen to. Shout outs to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Always a good listen. Always tells you what toys are gonna make you broke, and they're very good at talking about that. Definitely check that out when you get a chance. I listened to Chris Van Vliet. He did have actually yesterday he had Mike Santana on. That was actually a really good conversation. Um, he also had Sam Roberts. That was like actually a good convo too about the whole Bloodline storyline. AJ Francis was also on last week's. I didn't get to listen to that one though. Yep. Are you there? All right. Moving on.
Scott Steiner's not having it.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
no problem. No worries. No worries.
No, 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 no. I was just saying that I heard Sam as well. So.
Yeah, that was a good one. Also I listened to his emergency cast after the Monday Night Raw, and that was like
Hmm.
Monday Night Raw was fucking crazy. So
Yes, sir.
we'll definitely talk about that more next week. But yeah, it was fucking good. I actually had the perfect picture for it too, so I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Also, there was anything else? No, it wasn't. All right, we go to. Actually, let's see if Stand and Deliver actually has a full card, and then we can actually do a predictions because that's this weekend,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? That's this Saturday. No, it's not. Wait,
No, no,
it's next
wait, what you
Saturday.
talking about? No,
Yeah,
Mania's, yeah. No, it's 10 days away, they said.
but cause it's showing early. That's why. Um, NXT Stand and Deliver. I thought it was this week. It's just showing. It's showing at 11 a.m. 11:30 a.m.
I got you. I got
Yeah. We do have. We could do a little prediction for this one, and then we go to WrestleMania next week. So who you
Wait, they
got?
have everybody?
Yeah, they have the whole card.
Oh,
Um,
nice, nice, nice.
so you got a triple threat match, North American Championship. Obi Fema, only Obi Femi versus Dijak versus Josh Briggs.
I feel like if Obo's gonna lose, it'd be in a multi-man match, but it's hard to see him losing. But
Yeah.
I'm pulling for my man Dijak. I'm gonna go
I
Dijak.
I kind of want to see him in gold. I I'm gonna go Dijak too. I just want to see him in gold. Even though Obi Fema, I think they're gonna keep him with the title for a little bit. You got Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. Oh, so not the home. This match is not because the winner of the tournament hasn't finished yet. Most likely, it's gonna be the club. It's gonna be Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. That just makes sense. Um. Anyway, so we go to the other matches. Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes.
I I mean, Trick has to win, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he
He
has to
ki-
win.
he kind of has to. As much as I love Melo being the character he is, Trick has to win this.
I'm gonna go Trick as well. Lyra Valkyrie versus Roxanne Perez for the women's championship.
I think she's gonna lose just because she's hurt now
Yeah.
Because of Roxy. So I
Oh,
think
she's
that's
gonna
just
take
the
the title.
story.
She's gonna eat her arm off.
Yeah.
And then
Unless Tatum can help her, that's it.
yeah,
Unless Tatum can help her, I don't think she's
maybe
winning.
she helps Roxanne.
Nah, I mean it didn't. It'd be a surprise, but it's just the story didn't show
Yeah.
any signs of her like rethinking things. So I don't think
Okay.
that's where it's gonna go.
And then main event will be Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT championship.
No, I don't think Tony D's gonna win. It'd be something, right?
I
That'd
don't
be
think he's
something.
winning.
That'd be like one of the ultimate shows of faith in their characters
Yeah.
if he did win. But I just don't think he's gonna win, especially because he's not a bad guy in this.
Yeah.
Technically, he's like the good guy. So
I don't think he's winning because I think they saving that spot for Trick. So I think
mhm,
Trick
mhm.
would beat Melo, and then Trick is gonna beat Dragunov.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think and that's when Dragunov is gonna get sent to the main roster, and then we're gonna go from there. But
mm
that's what I
mm.
see. But
Okay,
let's see the
okay.
journey and where that goes. All right, we go to the rushing retrospect, and it's my pick this week. So let me just look at the list real fast. I had something in mind, that's why. Retrospect. The Tiger Mask was a good one because I saw some weird, really good stuff. Uh, did we ever pick just Bret Hart or no? We always stood away from like the big names, the bigger names anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But we have not picked him. And you know what? I'm gonna go with him because I think he has a lot of crazy matches that are worth watching that we probably have never seen. So I'm gonna go Bret to him at heart with my pick.
Okay. All right.
Which is funny because one of the matches I saw was Bret, but it wasn't the full match. It was Bret versus Tiger Mask, but it wasn't a full match. It didn't have an ending, so that's why I didn't pick it. I had to find a better match, a better video of that. So yeah, Bret Hart would be my pick this week. Um, I've been watching like I've been going through all the WrestleManias and stuff like that. So basically, I've been watching quite a few of his matches. So him versus Austin is probably like one of my favorites. But just seeing this storytelling and stuff like that, Bret has a lot of good stuff. And then even in WCW, I think he was very underrated with the U.S. title. So there's a lot of good stuff that he has. And then even Stampede and before WWE, he has stuff for Dynamite Kid. He has stuff for British Bulldog before Bulldog was Bulldog and all that shit. So there's a lot of good stuff.
Okay.
All right, we will wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch or Mark the Mic. Also follow the TikTok Mark the Mic. Do a lot of figure photography and all that stuff, so definitely check it out. And then follow Recycling Week.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep, yep. And peace out, laters. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.